Bore Croeso I Cynhadledd in Cymru. Welcome to our second Planning Wales Stakeholder Conference. I'm doing no more than housekeeping, you'll be pleased to know at this point. The usual thing, if you phone please, you can turn it off or to silent. There's no fire alarm test today because it's a real thing, and I'm told that security guards will come in and escort us out of the building. You've probably figured out where the loos are. Go out into the main concourse and left or right. We will be sending you out a feedback form. Please fill it in so we know how well we've done. And then just the last bit of translation I'll hand over to Sarah is the translator test. So if you put your things on, switch them on, but if you put them underneath, behind you underneath rather than on your head, like that. And you're ready? Yeah. Thumbs up? We're okay? Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much. Right, so I won't keep any longer. Sarah, keep it active.
Good morning and welcome to this second annual opportunity for the Planning Inspectorate in Wales to meet with some of our key stakeholders, people who are interested in our business, and others who are here to get an update and have an opportunity to contribute to a debate about the future of things here in Wales. And I'm very pleased to be here to welcome you to this day. Tony didn't introduce himself, but the person who just gave you the housekeeping instructions is Tony Pickett, who is our Director for Wales and leads the Planning Inspectorate Welsh Office. So we've got colleagues here today from Welsh Government, from local government, from the private sector, and from the Planning Inspectorate in Wales itself. So welcome all of you, and I hope you will find today informative, stimulating, and also use the opportunity to reflect on how we can all do things a bit better, how things can be improved, and think a bit about how things might be in the future. So the agenda today provides an opportunity for you to hear from some key organisations in Wales. In the morning we have speakers from Cadw, Natural Resources Wales, the Law Commission and the Welsh Government. Gwilym Hughes and Neil Maylan from Cadw are going to talk to us about the new Historic Environment Act and the sustainable management of the historic environment. Charles Miners, who's sitting here in the front row, is leading the Law Commission's review of planning law in Wales, and he's going to talk about the work that he's doing in making the planning legislation in Wales clearer, simpler and more accessible. It's a great opportunity for all of you here in this room to talk to Charles later about your thoughts about how the legislation can be improved. And the morning rounds off with Lewis Thomas from Welsh Government, who will take us through the proposed changes to the appeals system. And I will actually be handing over to Neil Hemmington, who leads in Welsh Government on planning matters, and I'm sure many of you know him. Over lunch, there's going to be an opportunity to talk to our staff from our office in Cattays Park. They're all coming down here to join us for lunch, and for you to have an opportunity to talk to them about some of your day-to-day issues in the way in which we operate, how the Planning Inspectorate here in Wales operates. It's a great opportunity, and a great opportunity for them to hear from people like yourselves who you may well speak to on the phone but don't often get to see either way or face to face. So please take that opportunity to talk to them over lunch. And then after lunch there'll be a speed briefing session with teams from the Planning Inspectorate around specific subjects, and you'll be able to choose which ones of those you go to. And then the day will finish with Rhian Jardine from Natural Resources Wales, who will tell us about the organisation's role in the planning system and what their perspective of the planning system is. So I know it's Friday, But please do stay till the afternoon. It's going to be an interesting day. The morning's going to be full of information, and the afternoon is an opportunity for you to really engage with your colleagues and with the speakers around some of the key issues that are facing us. And we really want, from the Planning Inspectorate point of view, to hear your views and ideas about how we might be able to do things differently. And so just a few words from me about the Planning Inspectorate in Wales and the work that goes on here. As many of you will be aware, Planning Inspectorate Wales is a part of the Planning Inspectorate that covers England and Wales, and I'm the Chief Executive of the whole organisation. Tony leads our Welsh team and sits on our management board in the Planning Inspectorate. However, Planning Inspectorate Wales works entirely to the Welsh Government. It's focused entirely on the Welsh planning system, and we work with the targets that the Welsh Government sets for us. As I say, it's led by Tony, and we have a dedicated inspector team based here in Wales, and we have a number of Welsh speakers, and we have an office in Welsh Government buildings here in Cardiff. And our performance, contrasting slightly with the English performance, but here in Wales, the Planning Inspectorate meets all its performance targets across all the range of work we do. However, because Tony's team and Planning Inspectorate Wales is part of a larger organisation, we're able to share many things such as IT support, training and other corporate support. And what this actually means in practice is that Wales has an independent appeals service at the same time as it has the benefit of an economy of scale with a larger organisation. And that does help us when we have peaks of work. And so there is some movement across the boundary in terms of inspectors, and we can flex our workloads accordingly. So if I've got not much else to say, I don't want to get in the way of your learning and listening today, so please do enjoy the day, take the time and the great opportunity to network, talk to colleagues, and please help us contribute to our aim of continuous improvement in the service that we provide. So I'm going to hand over to Neil Hemmington, and Neil's going to give you a quick run through the government's timetable for implementing the provisions of the 2015 Act, if I think correctly. Thank you very much, and did you enjoy?